Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. The true voice of the people. Radio D, to you there's no equal.
Second to none, second to none. Radio D, you're still number one.
You are the voice of the voiceless.
Choiceless,
You are the choice of the voiceless.
choiceless.
Real.
Sure. Yeah.
Check it out. Check it.
You did teach and preach, but good governance.
Real.
You want to see we country advance. You not get party, stand for democracy. You give everybody a chance.
98.1.
Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment.
Radio Democracy 98.1. We believe in no political party. We have no region. We have no tribe. We believe not in social or class standing. We believe in democracy. We believe in the rule of law.
Radio Democracy, the true voice of the people.
Good day and welcome to the program Midday Show, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And the same way so they listen, we live on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl. Me where they bring you this edition of the program Midday Show, Musa Kamara na minim. Like all time inside the program, we get news, information and entertainment. So stay with me for the next 1 hour. You can be part of the program by way you can send text message to the number 0779819881, 0779819881 and the number for sending text message and be part of the program. And say if you can go na Radio Democracy Facebook page and drop your comments there. Inside today's edition of the program Midday Show, we assess the rights of citizens them where a campaign justice system, especially the one them where they come in conflicts with the law for SICAD, and also we get for look at the credibility or the assessment of CSOs on the outcome of the Commission of Inquiry with the white paper. So continue for the with me inside the next 1 hour inside the program Midday Show. We go now and start for look at issues them inside the program. The president for the Flying Stars Amputee Football Club, Mohamed Lapia, don't say because they can get challenge for keep the team them way they can harvest na them farm like pepper, rice, cassava and other one them make plenty them. Then they produce them can spoil. So this make a call on government and arts organization them for help them build store na them farm so that then we able get place for keep them produce them so take the time we then go ready for sell them. He talk this in one interview with Radio Democracy for Sika challenge them where then they get na the club. He talk more to Princess Pias. Okay, Mohamed Lapia talk more to we reporter Cherno Jalo inside this interview.
Where Flying Star come about in 2012, first we begin at one club we call Single Leg Amputee Football Club, who started just after the war, but just because of mismanagement of funds, so then we could decide for breakaway and form a young club 2012.
Now, among several things there, why make una decide to say, "Love, you going to farming"?
Well, farming we see and saying a very important thing at the one whole world, not only Sierra Leone, because without food, Motama is not able to do nothing. So that's why we decided for going into farming.
How long will I run into this farming business?
Well, this farming business this year no more we don't start. If we don't till get that way out, we dey keep half money from the training who they train at beach, where people they can support we dey keep half. So we don't reach some certain level. Now we kick up the farming. Where the farming work na Berry Junction, now they will do an Port Local district. Now one village they call Mafore.
So almost acre of land una farm occupy, and what are the different things that una dey grow na this particular land?
The hectare of land we farm occupy na 27 hectare. Now we occupy. We do so many plantation. We plant potato, pepper, okra. We plant granite, we plant rice. But most of the things they were called, so now we don't root out, we don't put rest. So right now, na rest more na in the day. We don't plant.
So actually, at the end of the day, what you want to do then produce there? Is it that not share among una self, una sell when they sell to the market?
I will not be able to share about all tomorrow we serve because we want maintain with farming. The only thing, all the members and the team go taste, but they put more into main business, so we able do the next farming back by God's own power.
We'll start this interview. So una can get the democracy today because of una one support. Yeah. What is this support if one go ask una actually want, and from other una go want this support?
Yeah, we really want support because we don't start a project when a store. You know, go do agriculture without store. We don't make a big store, but money don't left on the road. We don't pin the pillars there, but money don't left on the road. So we really can 98.1 for who can do this interview so they can able plan to border Sierra Leone as their mama and papa there. Even if you know to Sierra Leone, but you get the mind for help, we ask for help. Even if you know to money, but any kind we need cement, we need pan, we need anything we possibly build with because the store now empty one no more. We just don't pin the pillar there. We not get money get for continue for buy the other thing there.
Hopefully, if they estimate this store almost it will cost. We sometimes so get person then currently listening to this interview and so okay, support all the money. Almost it will cost.
Well, approximately it could be around 30 or 40 million. Around that.
30 or 40 million.
Yes, sir.
At the end of the day, if Sogyat person decide for support to now build this store, how sustainable this project for us be?
Well, we go tell the person say, once we don't get that study, because we to make more with the fed for get that study because after we don't harvest, we don't get no side for put it in there with the harvest. So since we don't harvest, we don't put another study. That means that the person, even when they get the hope say, yes, these people there, although they're not disabled, then see themselves as not too disabled because then go into farming. This money was spent for done, this store. Me, I not put them, I not spend them for nothing. I spend them for me they able to do good and they really do what they ask me for.
We get so many Sogyat organization them and lower chat disability committee no more alone. We get the commission. Yeah. We get other organization they assist disabled people. Now we don't ever stretch on hand like for meet some of them people in their organization and or the commission self.
Yeah, like right now we work with the amputee association because we do under the amputee association, we do under the disabled commission. We don't meet them, but at the same talk, help no they wanna go cry for help other side. So for right now, we not get money from government, we not get this, we not get that. At the excuse and anybody can give it. Really, we not disabled, but we don't disable not to for go na street, for go big. We get aim for develop ourselves as a disabled. So now make every Sunday we dey take ourselves, we go na beach 4:30, we go train. So me they beg to me brothers there. For me they really come, really they in need because the rest right now they don't come out, they don't begin strong. So really they in need for more could do that study.
The other people is gonna be done the pool, I don't begin sell.
Yes, like the cassava we pool, we be done turn on to fufu. They come on up to 11 bag.
One go ask, when are the people there? Where they work at this farm? Is it on a self they work there on other able people there? They work there.
When some Saturday work there, now we did one. So on Saturday work there, now not like now the able and kid do because we not the same.
So like when they pay the able people in there at the end of the day.
Yeah, we can give them small at the end of the day, not for nothing. After we can cook for them, we give them small thing.
Well, that's now interview from Flying Stars Amputee Football Club. We didn't explain to Cherno Jalo for Sika the challenge we didn't get now the farm for store them produce them within the producer them farmers and the call on government for support them with storage facility for make them able keep them then produce them till the time we then go ready for sell them. The program now midday show where they can tell you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the edition of the program, as I mentioned earlier, Radio Democracy to look at opportunities them and resource them we are available for enhanced justice for ordinary people them within the come in conflict with the law. For can help we discuss that, I want to welcome Fatimata Clark in Ansils, in an Executive Director Legal Aid Board. Good afternoon, welcome to the program Midday Show.
Good afternoon.
And I also get Charles Mambu, where they can talk on civil society take on the COI and the white paper. For Sikada, I want to welcome Charles Mambu, in the Executive Director for Health for All Coalition. Good afternoon, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Good afternoon.
Okay, I'll start with you, Madam Clara County Ansils from the Legal Aid Board. The Legal Aid Board government been set up for give justice to people who are able hire the service of a lawyer through that pro bono service across Salone. Based on that background, tell we the activities of Legal Aid Board as of recent in line with our mandate.
Well, we want to say we thank God for how far the mandates don't come, because for me personally, I'm the first director we begin Legal Aid in Sierra Leone as a national institution, and we just done with another 5-year strategic plan where we they take we from 2020 to 2025, where we consultant Dr. Ibrahim Bangura don't look at all we achievements as well as we challenges and how we want for carry out the mandates in the next 5 years. Legal Aid Board in 2015 it began, and at that time the jails them be full, the cells them, and one of the outcomes of the TRC, we say people say justice no dey salon. And today we're glad to say we did in 23 towns and cities in Sierra Leone. We did in all 16 districts, including Karina and Falaba. And we did in a different side. We did do all the criminal sessions in the High Court, both the ordinary and the special sessions. We just about rounding up the special sessions will just take place. And so far as we continue in this 2020 alone, between January and June, we were able to give out services to 39,261 Sierra Leoneans, again another record number. And then we also over the years done the increase, because for instance by the end of 2019 we've been give out 112,841. As we did now with a combined figure, we don't able to give out legal aid services to over 350,000 Sierra Leoneans. We get 16 lawyers with it all over the country, and they look at the jails, they look at the cells, and we are in the courts, and we are also in the local courts, and we are in the community. We mandate now for give legal aid or legal representation to people who cannot afford and where they below the minimum wage. So if you're not a poor man, or you earn the minimum wage, or even if you earn above, if you be to say you get case, you're not able to pay lawyer, you're not able to do your business, or they suspend you in work, you get problem, if you're able for can legal aid. As I can this afternoon, we get a full board of clients and we're full up there. But one of the importance for can talk about the scheme, and that make I begin for take excuse to themselves, say we are make who come. So far we thank God we are here.
From 2015, Legal Aid Board starts operation as Salone. When you look at from 2015 to now, it's about 5 years.
Yes.
When you look at una work, you think say it be really necessary for get Legal Aid Board na Salone?
It's very, very necessary, because before the Legal Aid Board began, the justice system maybe they can last. Corruption, bad cases being done badly, people not being affording lawyers, and people not been believing the justice system, say there was justice in the country, and the people not been getting institution where they go, institution where not they take money, institution where they work for God, then conscience and then grave, and where they use the law as well as the constitution of Sierra Leone. And now we don't be so effective. We know they get adjournments in criminal cases in the courts. We're able to get a short turnaround time of people in jails, and also we get paralegals where they work with lawyers there in the cells. We're not able to forget the number yet where the board need, and we get we own Boku challenges. But whatever we're able to do, they evenly distributed across the country. And as I say, we they give out services especially to the vulnerable, including women and children. In fact, we don't begin the speaking accounts for people where they pay maintenance. Instead of the mommy they go, you take the money, you use them all. We they encourage them, we get an agreement with Care Commercial Bank, then get staff with the legal aid board office with all maintenance cases. The one the way they go court, because some man can say no, I know they go court, I go give X amount, and the woman they agree. But the one the way begin for make stubborn, we they go court to go get court order. And we there about now again for begin try for go for contempt of court for them man they way don't get court order for, we still not agree for pay.
Okay, now let we look at the specific cases them we wanna look at. What kind of case them wanna look at na legal aid board?
All in the criminal aspect, we did there for accused persons, suspects and convicts, especially for those behind bars. So we get different programs at legal aid board. We get the one winner for people behind bars, because the fundamental rights of the human being, the right to a fair trial and for be heard without undue delay, especially for the one that way not able for get money, like the traders, the bike riders, the unions, the ordinary day man. And then for legal aid really for children it is automatic. So for instance, we get a child lawyer, then they call father of the juvenile and picking them, and then they're in juvenile home, they go now in court, etc. Then for the aged again, the retired people, because they know they earn income, legal aid again is automatic. So we get a civil mandate, and the civil mandate they say if we're able to take cases to court where we know say the party is poor, but it stand the chance for win. So what will they do? The act also provide for ADR, alternate dispute resolution. If na case where the people learn, they want to sit down and talk on a table before na go na court, because some man no get that time, some man they afraid for go na court, and at times it's not necessary for go court. And again, you for able advise the people learn. Not any case we can no more you go na court, you they go waste the court in time, you they waste the institution in time. So the act where provisions say no, we do it in them called ADR, alternative dispute resolution. So they invite both parties. We show them the law in a very impartial manner. We tell them the consequences if the case go na court. In the event in which people adhere, a lot of times, so banking and Ayanda will get to the biggest achievement is civil legal aid. We will get thousands of properties, millions of dollars worth of property we don't save. So here the days until papa and mama don't die, then at the 24 adjourning of people they pick rent, or the first way they pick the rent, not you're supposed to forget her, or you're supposed for so some kind thing about estates then we caught up by people we die, we not make paper. And in lots of those instances we find out say now the bad blood we kid on the inside family. Now that's they make the estate here then can go bad, because sometimes when they don't talk the talk done, you really have to say, well, where this we don't be at the family, myself I not been busy, then I make up in the easy money.
Okay.
So now I will get. Then you get others the way who they can put onto them say, this speaking in one papa and mama be don't die, you hold the property, but now he is of age. Or even if you know they of age, I trust you hold that property. If you make sure say you use that money for lady speaking able for getting basics until it turn adult.
Okay.
And at that make again we they do the big legal education program, because we get the data then a legal aid board where they show the number of, for instance, the criminal type of cases, death penalty cases, robbery with aggravation, murder, manslaughter, wounding, to driving without due care and attention, fraud. Because when you go inside with Gilead there, now then kind of offender there you defend.
Okay. Fatmata Clark Ansil, the Executive Director, Legal Aid Board. They talk about the work of Legal Aid Board since we established in 2015 for give legal service to people we know the able hire lawyer for stand for their court. Continue for the with me the program media show. We'll come back to you. Account to Charles Mambu in the Chairman Health for All Coalition. They are for talk about the outcome of the Commission of Inquiry we in the white paper. As we all go members say, when President Bio been come as president, he been set up the government transition team. We been come up with the findings, and these findings been lead to the setting up of Commission of Inquiry, and this Commission of Inquiry been lead to the publishing of the white paper we now the findings of the Commission of Inquiry. And Charles Mambu now one of the people or Health for All Coalition now one of the organizations them when the white paper. But this according to Charles Mambu he get concern. Good afternoon again and welcome to the program media show.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yes, what's in Charles Mambu in concern inside the white paper reports?
Yeah, well, definitely Charles Mambu and the organization Health for All Coalition, we really very concerned that when the white paper comes out, we in part of the pages we see my name there representing Health for All Coalition. We view that as extremely very unfortunate because in our view that's not for happen at all, because people then where they know the background when the audit reports come out sometimes in 2015 2018 on the management of the Ebola fund, portions be there where them be say we take loan where they don't see document and for refund that loan the back. We go to parliament, we go through the process, and at the end the parliament say we see one because documents we not see the repayment document where in fact not to we before provide that document they say we have for refund that document that money the back, which was 160,900,000. This was early 2016. Okay. Immediately after that, the board and management meet. We appeal, send the appeal to the Speaker of Parliament and to the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. We legal team, 3 of them, very powerful lawyers. They went through that process there, and we still await for get hearing from them people then, even though they're not in the office again, but the office is still there. But up to that time, they will not be done here, read that. But why the appeal process be they go on, the board be direct the management for say, yes, let we do one thing, obey and report. Why would they go through the legal process? Because we not get evidence say we not really not for refund any money, but go through the process. So they ask that we refund and continue with the legal process, and that we did between the 5th of September 2016 to the 2nd of August 2017. We make sure say all that refund we done correctly to Ministry of Health. Through the Bank of Sierra Leone and bank's transfer, we then be give the bank number, then give the letter and all the other things then. So we ask the bank for do that and then be doing perfectly, give all the necessary document. So while we are pursuing the appeal, we able to go through that because that was the directive from the board of directors then. So that was long before the new government came to office, and when the new government came, they established the Commission of Inquiry. The Commission of Inquiry 2 months to its end, or then be write to a letter for go again and explain to them, the status of that loan. We go there as per law permits. When they invite you, they go to the state council. In this case, now lawyer Robin Macy, when I am a state prosecutor, with him, with some of our legal members, legal representatives, we all go there, we meet them. In team, the interview, we produce all the documents, the receipts, the transfer, the transaction between Will and the Ministry of Health and Sanitation and they look at them, they were very satisfied. And lawyer Robbie Macy, when I be the state prosecutor, say, no, you not get no case for answer. And in fact, we are not even supposed to appear before the judge. You know, we give the copy of all the documents and all the transfer, so went back. So it was very unfortunate and unbelievable that at the end of it all, we get for again see, you know, after going through all this process, we will see we name now the white paper as people where then go allege still they say no, that why they not pay it.
So in summary, una been take a loan where una don't pay back.
Yeah, no, quite definitely. Don't pay long before the commission.
Don't pay long ago, but una name still appear
yeah.
The commission
in fact, now that's not the most unfortunate side of it. In our view, that not for happen again at all.
Now somebody go they wonder this before the white paper will get commission of inquiry where interest of people been get representative them where Health for All Coalition or Charles Mambuna one of the people of interest. You been get opportunity for get representative as legal person at the commission?
Yeah, no, when the commission in right way, what they do, anybody would invite before you go in a witness box for meet the judge, they go to the state prosecutor. In this case, lawyer Mason, Robin Mason. You know, so now we go meet. Now force the interview you based on in conviction or no conviction. He can now send you to the judge. But when we present all the documents, you know, to run a look at them, he say no, we are not for even appear before the judge. We are not get no business for be here. This matter have long since be closed, so we not go back. You know, so that was.
So for you and Health for All Coalition, who say una think say what you think say go wrong after we then don't say una not get any business and commission of inquiry. But at the end of the day, at the findings of the commission of inquiry, when at the white paper, una name appear say una get for pay this money.
Yes, you know that also go tell you say some of the people then way the government be employed for do some of that work they really to some extent some not be doing properly. You know that I can tell you because if we don't go according to the law, we don't appear, we don't put the statement, we don't give all the documents, and the state prosecutor tell you say no, we not go, we not get, we don't think say there will be any reason again for let name appear, me own name appear in that for the same amount we don't pay a year before the commission of inquiry they come up. You know, so we really unfortunate. The question of who side we feel say things went wrong. And throughout the last week, now that to be done, they find out. We don't meet with the state, the former state prosecutor, lawyer Robin Mason. We don't put this matter before on time without number. And I think from all indicators where we get from man and himself get from we is the fact that in thing not properly communicate, you know, with document and information where they get from we to the judge, you know, because the box begin and stop with them. You know, they go meet the judge, but I will not go through them. Now that the law say. Now I mean, then they are waiting. I think it's really up to this morning where they talk and we don't do the press release. We don't go here. We don't discuss. I think he has a lot of sympathy, you know, and regret of over what happened. So
okay, Charles Mambu, Chairman Health for All Coalition, continue for day with me inside the program Midday Show, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, as it explained, but within another position on the white paper, as the name appears, say they for pay money to the states. We according to them, they be done pay this loan from 2016, but the name still appear at the commission, not the white paper. We, as a result of the commission of inquiry, we government be all for old people into account we been done lead now different positions them now the past government. If you just join with the program now Midday Show where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Maybe they bring you this edition of the program Midday Show, Musa Kamara na my name, and I still get the executive director for the Legal Aid Board, Fatmata Clark Alton Ansils, where they talk about the justice system and the access to justice by people we not get people them for stand for them na court. But as you want left win at the studio, quick one, you make mention of the progress where the Legal Aid Board don't make so far from 2015. But when you look at the justice system, still challenge the justice system, because when we been get the PRO or the director of communication na from the Salone judiciary, where the judiciary be moved go na different parts in the country, and they make mention of one particular incident who say somebody they allege for 300,000 leons, but he get for they now sell for like 3 years before the case appear. We should see some of these things they happen on the other side, and in a very serious challenge the justice system still they face. Now going further, what are some of the steps them of the legal aid board for ensure say then challenge your way continue for the now the justice system reduce, especially for people we no able afford them?
Well, really, for we they give lawyers to all people we deserve them, and we they take the cases who able for take. The issue of files disappearing, people languishing in cells and correctional centers, the judiciary need for address them, because if a case is not properly before the courts, neither prosecution nor defense nor the able for do am. And the courts as well as the DPP in office are then responsible for that. We times without number they draw attention to people then let down there. When we started the legal aid board, even as we are now, we get some man we done the 10 years behind bars with no trial in August 5. And that story has been on and on and on. And some people na small money, so tell them hold them for obtaining by false pretenses, fraud, larceny, you name it. And these are the people who will really, really give all the support. But the problem again is, one, there's a lot which needs to be done. We need to get a proper judicial and accountable system. I know say the present occupants of the office, they try and they do them best. But this is a problem where an institutional one. Until we don't able for set up a proper system where they account for each and every file that enter the judiciary, from the point of entrance to the time where the case done, we are going to have lapses like this. And not to that mandate no more. You have some other people in some of the correctional centers where sometimes they don't do the 2-3 years in case no come up. Sometimes if you look and say where the man in file between the magistrate court and the high court to side the file there, you go begin and they using legal terminology, the deposition, the this, the that, the state council not get able for law do an indictment. And this for us really is a very big headache as defense lawyers, because then at times you get for day with the office of the master registrar, you get for day with registrar there, if not all country file, you get for make sure say they with the state council for ask waiting and don't do now for the other person there in case can a court, so legal aid go able for give lawyer for team up. And it's a perennial problem. I am really looking forward to the day where we be able to get to system properly computerized, because we can't ignore modern technology.
So you think say information management now one of the challenges pan justice system na Salone?
Information are one, but the file management, the file and the processes which we have inherited up till now we're not able for clean it. For instance, in some places of country, who say high courts not ordinarily resident, like where certain day you could say put local different side. If person they way they accused of very serious offense like murder or then death penalty case, the first problem we then get is how many maximum security jail yard they will get. Pademba Road. So you find out, say, what's in the happen is when once that person they don't commit in case na high court for like murder, robbery, aggravation, the Black Maria get for left with that person there for Camp Pademba Road. And in some of those instances, they accuse the Pademba Road, the file left up country. And so legal aid board, we are caught up in all these issues. We unfortunately not all they handle all that bits dey. Wetin we dey handle na for let the case don't come up, or if the case not come up, we make sure say we do it we call habeas corpus. Let them produce that person in a court. Let the prosecutor go show we and the judge wetin are the reason we make them keep her and then not bring her can court.
Now, you don't work in the legal system as the executive director for Legal Aid Board for 5 years now.
5 years and 22 years at the bar.
Yes, you know the issues. You don't lead the team for ensure say provide that legal service for people we able get them. Now, as you try for life, what are your recommendations them for improve the justice system?
Recommendation is one, we continue for we no get choice as defense people or as people they appear as plaintiff or defendants in a law court in the civil parts, in the high courts for them civil case, especially for women picking them. Because we get civil, we get criminal. We don't get option pass for work with the authorities, whatever they are doing, in whatever system is there. Well, the system can be improved, to be very honest. It can be improved, it can make our lives easier, so we fully well able for capture everybody. The present Chief Justice, they do your bit, they try, you don't understand? But it is a system which he has inherited, which is bigger than all of us. Because don't forget, we have courts all over the country. And if we not reach the stage where nobody they disappear inside the system, we not reach the stage where courts are, high courts are in all districts, year in, year out, where special session will be very limited. We not reach the stage where the whole system is fully computerized, where you don't start filing a magistrate court. You don't send a copied version of her. You send her to the court, send her to the CJ, send her to the prosecutor. As long as we no step into the 21st century, the way Ghana and Nigeria don't do. And that is affecting our country so much. It is affecting investment, it is affecting so many things, because we not reach that side yet.
Okay, plenty thank you we can say the program.
Thank you very
yes.
much.
In name na Fatmata Clark Ansil, Sina the Executive Director for Legal Aid Board. They can say the program for talk about the work of Legal Aid Board from 2015 for give justice to people we not able afford them. We hope for to get you inside the program. Inside 98.1 not only midday show other programs and as well. Plenty thank you for coming inside the program.
God bless you.
Okay, the program you still listen to na midday show where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We they go now studio 2 and continue for look at more issues inside the program. Beside the Minister of Lands and Country Planning, Dr. Dennis Sandi, don't call on the Minister of Internal Affairs for give instruction to the Southern Police for pull the police officer them. We the guide about 9 acre state land them na Sussex village. We one businessman claims say na in private land. Dr. Dennis Sandi talk more about this land to Alex Lawrence Kurma inside this interview.
My brother. But the issue regarding this land is not only, along Sussex, but right, across the peninsula. When we came here on the 29th of May 2018, after with the President Biodome with ministers, them here, Mr. Bonafa, we sat down with the directors them and of course started investigating all those tracts of land that were along the beach, or all the beaches them. Started here Lumley, of course, you go Milton Magai, then you go number 2 River, you go Borough Town, even Kent. So now we begin to observe some anomalies them. We don't recover most of the lands them, and thank God, thank you for that. But when we got down to Sussex, now we discover this large stretch of land where they go as far as into the Atlantic Ocean. Now we ask who I get them, and they say, "Now, Mr. Wanza, Mome Wanza." Normally, like we do, we can ask for me and bring the required documents them. So the man presented and documents them. We go through them. Now we say, no, this can't be true. Because since independence, since 1964, we got all records them. What they show say that area, that land in Sussex, about 9.5827 acres. Now government land. Government bakings were on the ground. They call them CCS bakings. As always talk say, any side will see what we call CCS, I mean Crown Colony Surveys. We get independence, it became SLS beacons. That means Sierra Leone surveys. So we've met all those beacons on the land. And when we see Mr. Wanza in plan, after thorough investigation by the Director of Surveillance and Lands, we write a thorough report on that. We also found out that yes, this is not government land. We go through records, we search everything, this is not government land. But what's interesting about Mr. Wanza is quite simple. He produced a private land document. They say he don't get, court orders them or court judgments them, from the judiciary or the court. Then he say, of course, you don't get this land there since 1990. But me fumble, you don't get this land from 1990, but you don't do anything there. Fet with other land grabbers them. Other people they claim for get the same piece of land. In the end, with the ministry don't take them back because believe it's not government land. And the good thing is that this particular government land we don't take. We get all the evidence they were saying at government land. So I just want to say, with all honesty, this land not belong to Mr. Wanza. And again, Mr. Wanza, when he use private plan for that government land, and not get any document from the Ministry of Lands, for instance, a grant, or a letter of offer, or regularize them, where of course we mean the process of individuals in getting lands using private ownership. But later, when they know that government land, they come to the ministry for when they get the required government documents them. He never did that. So as far as I'm concerned as Minister of Lands, under the Bureau and New Direction of Government, the land of Sussex, honestly, we have no doubt that government land.
All right. From when the ministry do this discovery, what's not my approach to the ministry?
Well, our approach has been very, very, for me, in the try to challenge the authorities them. In fact, I understand say the very Mr. Wanza, they don't go put policemen in the government land when they have no right to be there. Government land, me fumble them. The Ministry of Lands, now they authorize or instruct or consent or approve the deployment of policemen them on government land. But now you don't go policeman in there, you don't send the policeman in there, then they try to come out that place because that place is not government land. So your approach is that if they try to challenge us, and we don't tell them say, on certain times that not to get that land there. But me family them, the very Mr. Ones that know they are now a man will say my name is Mr. Taraf, and they represent him. How can you be claiming to have or possess a piece of land in this country, and then you are not here on the ground? You don't even count on the country. This now the essence of us being patriotic. This now we access them. We go don't give we. I believe say now surrounding them for enjoy. We don't access them in this country here, and we don't natural resources them and land and one. So if Mr. Wanza, women know say, for as far as we concerned, under the Non-Citizens Act, probably not supposed to get a land here in this country. Don't get land from 1990 like I talk. We don't come prove that's in our government land. We just want to tell us, me hands off that piece of land, not to get them. And of course, I will talk to the administrator and registrar general, follow try for expunge that particular conveyance out of the books. So for now, anywhere I stand, I would really, really defend that particular position of the Ministry of Lands, that the land at Sussex, where they measure about 9.5827 acres from the road right down to the beach, we found them, not government land.
So for make somebody we na foreign national, then also private person go put police na a land we know say government land. Whose action the ministry gets, or whose action the ministry want to take in relation to the police officers already now?
No, the simple action I will just write a letter to my colleague, the Minister of Internal Affairs, which I've done. I don't write a letter to them. I don't copy the IG. I don't copy the AG. I say, may they instruct them policemen them for commode that land. The reason being, I know I want to move around with my state land reclamation drive. I go there back, I see them. Then Astaghfirullah, something happened, we're very unprofessional. That's why I'm very professional in doing my job as Minister of Lands. And again, through this medium, I talk again to my colleague, the Minister of Internal Affairs, make again instruction, make them people and they commode that land. And I say, with all seriousness, with all evidential proof, say the land in question, now Sussex, that government land. And as long as that government land, we don't need any private security there, let alone state security there. Therefore, only they under the instructions of the Minister of Lands. Since not to make it that instruction there, make them try to commode a saffron.
And any development this person would ever do na this land?
Well, no. In fact, an attempt in not getting building permit will stop them. In fact, had it not been for the discussions of the whole of this ministry, we don't clear that place a long time. But the good news is that they have no right to be there, not to the land, and they can't use that particular document for continue for claim on that piece of land. In fact, would they try for escalate this thing further and tell them, say, Mr. Taraf or Mr. Wanza, hands off that land. Though that land not to the land, that land is government land.
Now to say also the signpost the way the ministry puts these people where they claim and get the land, remove them?
Yes, I mean, in fact, the other time we go there, we met or we even discovered those signposts inside the Pambodi where they don't try for construct the land.
Well, that's the Minister of Lands and Country Planning, Dr. Denis Sandi. They talk to Alex Lawrence Kurma inside the interview who said he call on one businessman for left 9-acre land na Sussex because he say na government land and for withdraw the police them where they secure this land. The program is still listening to a media show where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. I still get Charles Mambo na the studio in the chairman Health for All Coalition. They talk about the concern we then get about the white paper. Who say the white paper the point say Health for All Coalition get for pay money to the government for Sika one loan where they been take inside during the Ebola time. But according to Charles Mambu, they don't pay this money and self where they be going to the Commission of Inquiry, then be ask them not for good again because they not get anything for do they because they don't settle this matter. But the white paper report they should see they still get for pay this loan and see they talk about them concern them. Now I come to you again, Charles Mambu. What's next? In as much as we don't know say now we name dinner this white paper report and the ultimatum now for pay the money in 3 months time. We are ready for pay this money or we are safe get other action for take?
No, when His Excellency the President they launched the white paper last week Thursday, in his concluding statement he say anybody where you aggrieve, you use the law supreme past any other person anywhere in the world. So we as law-abiding people, now that law then I will use. What is the law in this process? The law is to go to appeal court, and what we request from government now without further delay, now for set up all the mechanisms that will ensure that by tomorrow or next tomorrow, every people will aggrieve as a result of the outcome of the Commission of Inquiry and the white paper, they forget the freehold, according to the law, to go to the appeal court and present in case and allow the courts, to take the decision. I think that is what the president say, and that is the correct thing, and that is what we are waiting, and that's what we are demanding at this time.
So, in conclusion, we not go courts.
Yeah, no, that the law say, and as per law, now only now the appeal courts go able, look into that matter and come out, to say whether what is in the white paper against us and which will they present, will they present further, which one is the truth. I think that's not only the court could come up with that, but in our belief, with all the documents, the processes we don't go through, we are very sure and mindful because we lawyer they don't look at, even the former state prosecutor, lawyer Robbie Mason himself don't look at and still repeating. In fact, from the engagement with them, even ready today to go to the appeal court, to defend us. That indeed we were with him, and indeed he saw the document, and indeed he told us that we have no case to answer.
How optimistic Charles Mambude for get justice na the appeal process?
We have to believe in the justice system. If you not believe in the Sierra Leone justice system, then where are we? I am extremely optimistic because I know we have gone through the processes. We have all the document. We went through it. As the law established. So I'm extremely optimistic. So also are my team, my legal advisors, our lawyers. We don't do a lot of background check on this issue. And it is just in our view and even the view of the state prosecutor, when Robbie Mason, that they did a little bit of mistakes. In terms of handling some certain aspect of the processes, of course. Yesterday I listened to the Anti-Corruption Commission and Aya, we be doing a Good Morning show, and he make it clear that nobody is perfect. Any big system like that you are running the country, you are bound to make mistake. you know, one way or the other. And these are some of the mistakes that some of us, you know, are going through. Also, they suffer from.
So this impact, this white paper report, who say they mention una name, say una own the state some amount of money. We now 160,900,000 leons. Get any impact on una work?
Yeah, well, not much, you know, to some extent. But now, out of we press release, now we don't state. If you look at the white paper, they just bundle everybody together, including my own name, and saying that some money will never pay without differentiating. It's a you now loan you get. You are not part of this thing. Now this will happen, now this will happen. No, everything just there. But then, because we have the document, we have the record very clear in our mind, and they are all kept in our archives. You know, now that may we don't pull an out say that's one say we will put together in the white paper, because we will not see the original judge report yet. You know, and then this said, we ask government, so please release the original judge and report so that we can able to get on at the bookshops then and go through further. You know, for prosperity.
Them bundle una all and put una one side without specification. For somebody who don't see the reports, they listen to you now. Who side then say una take this loan?
Yeah, no, well, as I give the background, this issue of the loan started right from 2014 when we did the feds against Ebola. You know, between us and the Ministry of Health, and it was legal. It went through the necessary processes. But when the Auditor General did the first audit, they found out say no, the loan repayment, we did not see any document for the loan repayment. But in page 8 of the Auditor General's report, they indicate and say the Ministry of Health and Sanitation give them, you know, retirement of all the resources we receive from them in the fight against Ebola, including the loan.
Okay.
Including the loan. And when they check all the resources, the loan, they don't see documents where they relate to repayment, either from us or Ministry of Health. They recommend say it will be refunded back. Okay, it's a process, because that's the other stage of the thing. When once we don't refund like how we don't so, we also be don't engage with lawyer then for ask the Ministry of Health and Sanitation for give us the money back, for which document will then be presented to the Auditor General. You know, and the auditor, the pay was transparent, it was accountable from A to Z. And when you look the auditor's report, then say will tell you, say yes, it was transparent because it went through the process, yet it was accountable from A to Z. Whatever resource we get, we account for it, and the Auditor General audited it and come out with a clean record.
Okay. Thank you very much, Charles Mambu, for joining me inside the program Media Show.
Thank you.
In name na Charles Mambu, in the chairperson for Health for All Coalition, been there to talk on the position on the white paper report. We point say then get for pay government some money we they've been take, we they not pay. But we according to them they've been don't pay this loan, and self with them being appear before the Commission of Inquiry. Let me see they not get business day because they don't pay this loan, but still the white paper published say Charles Mambu in Health for All Coalition get for pay some money to the government as some and the people we been take money or refund them. Well, this edition of the program Midday Show they left you. Plenty thank you to my producers them Michael Sambola and Alex Lawrence Kuma. Plenty thank you to DJ Ahmad for technical support and Moses Kavura for link we live on Facebook. May we bring you this edition of the program Midday Show. Musa Kamara Naminim.